Hi everyone, this is Miss Michaela, and in this video I will be explaining how to complete the Mother Who Lost Her Daughter, the paragraph assignment, which is posted in classwork. Must have gone here in paragraph about a Greek play. So this assignment asks you to write a paragraph that's 5 to 7 sentences about the play that we read in class called The Mother Who Lost Her Daughter. And in my video where I recap what we did in class this week, I read the play. So if you need to watch that to see me read the play again, that video will be posted in the stream. So in your paragraph, I want you to write about the moral or the lesson of the story, or you can choose to write about the mystery that is explained. So we talked about how one of the morals of the story is that compromise is important because Demeter and Hades compromise with each other. And another moral we talked about is that motherly love has mothers protecting children. So you could write about one of those, or you could write about how this myth explains the mystery of changing the seasons. So that's what you'll be writing about. Choose one or the other of these. And in your paragraph, I want you to have a topic sentence, which is a sentence that explains what you're going to talk about in your paragraph. And I also want you to have a concluding sentence, which basically summarizes what you talked about. And then I want you to use one quote from the play to justify what you're talking about. So, for an example, I'm going to use the myth Pandora's Box, which, again, you will be using this play to write this paragraph, but just for example purposes, I'm going to use Pandora's Box. So this myth is about how everybody gave the first human woman a gift, which was Pandora. Every god gave her a gift, and Zeus gave her a jar and told her she is not allowed to open it under any circumstances. And Pandora knew she was not supposed to open it, and she tried to resist the temptation, but she wanted to open it too badly, so she opened it, and then all of the evils were released on the world. So now there's hatred and war and death and hunger and sickness because she couldn't resist temptation and she opened the jar when she was not supposed to. So for my paragraph, I think I am going to talk about how the moral of this story is that we should follow the rules. So in my paragraph, my first sentence would be a topic sentence, where I say, in the myth Pandora's Box, the moral is we need to follow the rules. And then I'm going to explain why that's the myth. So I'm going to say, in the myth, Pandora is given a jar and she is told that she is not allowed to open it. And then maybe I want to use my quote here, and I think the quote that I want to use is here. Pandora, who, although tried hard to resist the temptation, opened the jar and released all the evils on the world. So here, you need to introduce your quote. So in the myth, it explains that Pandora tried hard to resist the temptation, opened the jar, and released all the evils upon the world. So you need to have a quotation mark at the beginning of your quote and a quotation mark at the end of your quote. And then in parentheses, you would put the page number from the play. So if it was from page 2 or page 3, you would put that here. but mine doesn't have page numbers because I'm not using the play for this, so I'm just going to say page 1. And then a period. So that's what you're doing for your quote, is introduce your quote by saying, in the myth it explains, ooh, excuse me. Or you could say, like, the play says, and then a quotation mark, something to introduce the quote, and then at the end, make sure to have these parentheses here with what page number it is. Okay. So we talked here about how she tried to resist the temptation. Then I'm going to say the world is punished because Pandora did not listen to the rules, and all evils are in the world. So, and then a concluding sentence I want that's going to summarize what I talked about. So, the moral of Pandora's box is follow the rules because she is punished when she breaks the rules. So that's all you need to do. How many sentences do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. So make sure to have a topic sentence, a concluding sentence, and then make sure to include a quote from the play and have a page number in parentheses and use some sort of introductory phrase to introduce your quote. If you have any questions, please come to office hours this week or after school support.